Okay, so Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. This is me Mehtab Amanwala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy. So welcome to our show Inspiring Minds where I will try to inspire you. And as you know that on daily basis we will do interviews, and when we will do interviews, so we have a very special guest in our studio. And today I have a very special guest in my studio and she is called Annie. Today we are going to take an interview from calling in the new topic, and the topic of our interview is that power of thought. So let's start this interview with Peter Greet session with Colony. So hello Annie, how are you today?
Hey Maida, I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I love the energy you're bringing to the show. The power of thought is such an interesting topic. What got you curious about it?
I'm curious to know about that topic, that how we think, and after that, what's the power of our thoughts, and what is the ability of thoughts if it thinks something. So, can it really happen in our life or not? So, I'm curious to know about that topic.
That's a fantastic question. Our thoughts definitely have a powerful impact on our actions and emotions. It's like that saying, what you think, you become. So if you focus on positive thoughts, you're more likely to attract positive experiences. Have you ever noticed how your mood changes based on what you're thinking?
Yeah, I noticed that if I think about like and let's start our interview with understanding thoughts question. So first of all, explain me that what are thoughts and where do they come from?
Great question. Thoughts are like little mental sparks that pop up in our minds. They can come from our experiences, feelings, memories, or even things we see and hear around us. It's like our brain is constantly processing information and creating these ideas. Sometimes they're helpful, and sometimes they can be a bit tricky. What do you think influences your thoughts the most?
Okay, so now explain me that how do thoughts shape our perception of reality?
Absolutely. Our thoughts act like filters for how we see the world. If we think positively, we're more likely to notice good things around us. But if we're stuck in negative thoughts, we might miss out on the positives. It's like wearing glasses with different lenses. How do you think your thoughts have shaped your own experiences?
Okay, so now explain me that are thoughts more powerful than actions, why or why not?
That's an interesting one. Thoughts are powerful because they often drive our actions. If we believe we can do something, we're more likely to take steps to make it happen. But actions are essential too. Without action, thoughts can just stay as ideas. So it's a bit of a dance between the two. What do you think is more challenging for you, thinking positively or taking action?
Yeah, now explain me that what is the relationship between thoughts and emotions?
Great question. Thoughts and emotions are like best friends. Our thoughts can trigger emotions, and our emotions can influence our thoughts. For example, if you think about something that makes you happy, you'll likely feel joy. But if you dwell on something sad, that can lead to feelings of sadness. It's a cycle. How do you usually manage your emotions when they get overwhelming?
Okay, so now explain me that can thoughts exist without language?
Absolutely. Thoughts can exist without language. Think about it. Sometimes we have feelings or images in our minds that we can't quite put into words. It's like a visual or emotional experience. Some people even describe their thoughts in pictures or sensations. Have you ever had a moment where you felt something deeply but couldn't find the right words?
No, does not happen in my life right now. Uh, so yeah, let's move to next year and now explain me that how do thoughts influence our beliefs and values.
Sure. Our thoughts shape our beliefs and values by reinforcing what we think is important. For example, if you think kindness is essential, you're likely to develop a belief that being kind is a core value in your life. Over time, those thoughts can influence how you act and what you prioritize. It's like building a foundation for how you see the world. What values do you hold dear, and how do they influence your thoughts?
Okay, so now explain me that what is the difference between conscious and subconscious thoughts?
Great topic. Conscious thoughts are like when we're solving a problem or making a decision. Subconscious thoughts, on the other hand, are like background noise. They influence us without us even realizing it. They can come from past experiences and beliefs we've absorbed over time. It's like the subconscious is running the show while we're focused on other things. Have you ever had a moment where something popped into your mind and you weren't sure why?
No, this will also not happen in my life. And now explain me that why do negative thoughts often feel more dominant than positive ones?
Ah, that's a calming experience. Negative thoughts can feel more dominant because of something called the negativity bias. Our brains are wired to pay more attention to negative experiences as a survival mechanism. It's like our brain is trying to protect us from danger. But the good news is, we can train our minds to focus more on the positive by practicing gratitude and mindfulness. What's something positive you try to focus on when negative thoughts creep in?
Uh, I remember to my God that you created my life and you will have to make best decision for my life. And if we have bad experiences this life, so it will would be also good for us for learning like lessons and something like that. And if we just say that we have a great time in our life, so it's not possible and it's not very good to take a good time in your life also, because if you experiences bad time, so you will follow the right path and you will know that I have to go on the right path and I have to do the same things for my life and very good things for my life to make me like proud. And yeah, and now explain me that how can we measure the power of thoughts?
That's a beautiful perspective. It's so true that our experiences, even the tough ones, can guide us toward growth. As for measuring the power of thoughts, it can be a bit tricky. We can look at changes in our emotions, behaviors, and even our overall well being. Journaling can help track how our thoughts influence our daily life, and mindfulness practices can help us become more aware of our thought patterns. Have you ever tried journaling or mindfulness to explore your thoughts?
No, I can't write. And now explain me that can thoughts manifest into physical experiences?
Absolutely. Thoughts can manifest into physical experiences through a process called manifestation. When we focus on positive thoughts and visualize our goals, it can motivate us to take action, which can lead to real life changes. It's like setting an intention. Have you ever set a goal or intention and noticed how your thoughts helped you get there?
No, I can't notice it. And let's talk about let we are going to talk about like now in the same topic of science of thoughts. So now explain me that. How does neuroscience explain the origin of thoughts? Explain that.
Sure, neuroscience suggests that thoughts originate in the brain through complex networks of neurons. When we experience something, our brain processes that information, creating neural pathways. The more we think about something, the stronger those pathways become, making it easier to access those thoughts in the future. It's like building a mental highway. Have you ever learned something new and noticed how it became easier to recall over time?
Okay, so now explain me that what role does the brain play in creating thoughts?
The brain plays a huge role in creating thoughts. Different areas of the brain are responsible for various functions like processing emotions, memories, and sensory information. The prefrontal cortex, for example, is involved in decision making and planning. When we think, these areas communicate and work together to generate ideas and responses. It's like a team effort. What's something you enjoy doing that really gets your brain buzzing?
Okay, so now explain me that can brain waves indicate the nature of our thoughts?
Yes, definitely. Brain waves can reflect the nature of our thoughts and emotions. For instance, when we're relaxed and meditating, we often have slower brain waves like alpha waves. In contrast, when we're focused or anxious, our brain produces faster waves like beta waves. Scientists can measure these waves using EEGs, giving insight into our mental states. Have you ever tried meditation or mindfulness to see how it affects your thoughts?
Okay, so now explain me that how the thoughts affect brain chemistry and hormones.
Great question. Thoughts can influence brain chemistry by affecting the release of neurotransmitters and hormones. For example, positive thoughts can boost serotonin and dopamine levels, which improve mood and feelings of happiness. On the other hand, negative thoughts can lead to increased cortisol, the stress hormone. This connection shows how our mental state can impact our physical health. Have you noticed how your mood can change based on your thoughts?
Yeah, I noticed that and now explain that. Is there a link between thoughts and law of attraction?
Absolutely. The law of attraction suggests that like attracts like, meaning our thoughts can draw similar experiences into our lives. If we focus on positive thoughts, we're more likely to attract positive outcomes. It's all about the energy we put out into the universe. Have you ever experienced a situation where your positive mindset seemed to bring good things your way?
Okay, so now explain me that. How do repetitive thoughts impact our mental health?
Repetitive thoughts, especially negative ones, can significantly impact mental health. They can lead to anxiety, depression, and stress because the brain gets stuck in a loop, making it hard to break free from those feelings. This cycle can create a sense of hopelessness. Practicing mindfulness or cognitive restructuring can help shift those patterns. Have you ever found a technique that helps you break free from repetitive thoughts?
No, I can't find an technique like that and explain me that. Can thoughts change the structure of brain neuroplasticity?
Yes, definitely. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Our thoughts can influence this process. When we engage in positive thinking or learn new skills, we can strengthen certain pathways and even create new ones. This means that by changing our thoughts, we can actually change the structure of our brain over time. Isn't that fascinating? Have you ever tried learning something new and felt your brain adapting?
Okay, so now explain me that. Are thoughts purely electrical impulses in the brain?
Yes, that's right. Our thoughts are essentially electrical impulses in the brain. Neurons communicate with each other through electrical signals and chemical neurotransmitters. When we think, these neurons fire and create patterns of activity that represent our thoughts. It's like a complex electrical network. Have you ever thought about how amazing it is that our minds can create such rich experiences from these tiny impulses?
Okay, so now explain me that. Can positive thoughts strengthen the immune system?
Yes, positive thoughts can indeed strengthen the immune system. Research shows that a positive mindset can lead to lower stress levels, which in turn can boost immune function. When we are optimistic and happy, our bodies produce fewer stress hormones and more beneficial chemicals, like antibodies. It's a wonderful reminder of how our mental state can impact our physical health. Do you have any favorite activities that help you cultivate positive thoughts?
Okay, so now explain me that. How does the mind distinguish between past, present, and future thoughts?
The mind distinguishes between past, present, and future thoughts through different cognitive processes. The hippocampus helps us recall past experiences, while the prefrontal cortex is involved in planning for the future. When we think about the present, our brain integrates sensory, information, and emotional responses. This allows us to navigate time and context. Have you ever caught yourself daydreaming about the future or reminiscing about a past moment?
Okay, so now explain me that. We are going to talk about on the same topic, but some going to the another way. And now we are going to the power of positive thinking also. So first of all, explain me that what is positive thinking?
Positive thinking is the practice of focusing on the good aspects of a situation, expecting positive outcomes, and maintaining an optimistic attitude. It doesn't mean ignoring challenges or negative feelings. Instead, it's about approaching them with a hopeful mindset. This can lead to better mental and physical health, as well as improved resilience. What's something positive you like to remind yourself of when facing a tough situation?
Okay, so now explain me that. How does positive thinking impact success?
Positive thinking can significantly impact success by boosting motivation, resilience, and problem solving skills. When we maintain an optimistic outlook, we're more likely to take risks, overcome obstacles, and persist in the face of challenges. This mindset can also improve our relationships and networking opportunities, which are crucial for success. Have you ever noticed how a positive attitude helped you achieve a goal or overcome a hurdle?
Okay, so now explain me that. Can positive thinking change someone's life trajectory?
Absolutely. Positive thinking can change someone's life trajectory by influencing their choices, behaviors, and overall mindset. When someone adopts a positive outlook, they're more likely to pursue opportunities, build strong relationships, and cope better with setbacks. This shift can lead to new experiences and personal growth, ultimately altering the course of their life. Have you ever experienced a moment when a positive thought or mindset led to a significant change for you?
Okay, so now explain me that. How do affirmations influence our thoughts?
Affirmations influence our thoughts by reinforcing positive beliefs and helping to rewire our thinking patterns. When we repeat affirmations, we're essentially training our minds to focus on positive qualities and outcomes. This can boost self esteem, reduce negative self talk, and create a more optimistic mindset over time. It's like giving your brain a little pep talk. Do you have any favorite affirmations that you like to use?
Okay, so now explain me that. What are the benefits of replacing negative thoughts with positive ones?
Replacing negative thoughts with positive ones has several benefits. It can reduce stress and anxiety, improve mood, and enhance overall mental well being. Positive thinking can also lead to better physical health, as it boosts the immune system and lowers blood pressure. Additionally, it can improve relationships and increase resilience, helping you cope with challenges more effectively. Have you ever noticed a change in how you feel?
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? I'm going to refresh call any page again because it's stuck now, maybe. So let's call her again. Hello, Amy, can you hear me?
Hey there, Madub. It's Annie, not Amy. But yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay,
How's your
now
day
we are
going?
going to continue our topic that on which we are discussing. So now explain me that how does gratitude shift our thought patterns?
Great question. Gratitude really helps shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. It's like putting on a pair of rose colored glasses. When we practice gratitude, our brains start to notice the positive things around us, which can reduce stress and improve our mood. Have you ever tried keeping a gratitude journal? It can be a fun way to reflect on the little things that make you smile. What are you grateful for today?
Okay, so now explain me that can positive thinking alone solve life's problems?
The classic question. Positive thinking is a powerful tool, but it's not a magic wand. It can definitely help us approach problems with a better mindset and resilience, but it doesn't replace action or practical solutions. It's like having a good dance playlist while tackling a tough project. It makes the process more enjoyable. What do you think? Have you found that positive thinking helps you in your own challenges?
Okay, so now explain me that how does optimism differ from delusion?
Oh, that's an interesting mix of topics. Optimism is all about having a hopeful outlook on life, while pollution is, well, the opposite. It's harmful substances affecting our environment. So, optimism can clear the air in our minds, just like reducing pollution clears the air we breathe. It's important to keep both our thoughts and our environment healthy. Do you think optimism can help combat some of the negative effects of pollution?
Okay, so now explain me that what habits can help strengthen positive thinking?
Ha, it's Annie again, but I love the enthusiasm. To strengthen positive thinking, you can try a few habits. 1. Gratitude journaling. Write down things you're thankful for each day. 2. Mindfulness. Practice being present in the moment. It helps reduce negative thoughts. 3. Positive affirmations. Speak kindly to yourself. It can really boost your mood. 4. Surround yourself with positivity. Hang out with uplifting people and consume positive media. 5. Limit negative inputs. Cut back on negative news or social media that brings you down. Which one do you think you'd want to try first?
Okay, so now explain me that we are going to talk about on the thoughts of like impact of negative thoughts. So first of all, explain me that how do negative thoughts affect our behavior?
Negative thoughts can really weigh us down. They often lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, or even sadness, which can affect how we behave. For example, if you're constantly thinking, I can't do this, you might avoid trying new things or taking risks. It's like a cloud blocking the sunshine of your potential. Negative thoughts can also lead to irritability or withdrawal from social situations. Have you noticed how your thoughts influence your actions in your own life?
Okay, so now explain me that why do people often dwell on negative thoughts?
Ah, the classic brain conundrum. Our minds have a tendency to focus on negative experiences because of something called negativity bias. It's like our brains are hardwired to pay more attention to threats or challenges, probably a survival instinct from our ancestors. When we experience something negative, it can stick in our minds longer than positive experiences. It's like a catchy song you can't get out of your head, but in a not so fun way. What do you think? Have you found any tricks to help shift away from those pesky negative thoughts?
Okay, so now explain me that can negative thoughts lead to physical illness?
Absolutely, they can. Negative thoughts and stress can contribute to physical health issues. When we're stressed or anxious, our bodies release stress hormones, which can lead to headaches, digestive problems, and even a weakened immune system. It's like carrying a heavy backpack all the time, it wears you out. Chronic negativity can also contribute to conditions like heart disease or high blood pressure. Have you noticed how your mood affects your energy levels or overall well being?
Okay, so now explain me that how do negative thoughts patterns develop?
Negative thought patterns often develop from a mix of experiences, beliefs, and habits. Sometimes, they stem from childhood experiences or societal influences that shape how we view ourselves and the world. Other times, they can be reinforced by repeated negative experiences or failures, creating a cycle of self doubt. It's like a record stuck on a scratch, it keeps playing the same negative tune. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to changing them. Have you ever caught yourself in a negative thought loop?
No. And now explain me that are there any benefits to negative thinking?
Surprisingly, yes. While too much negative thinking can be harmful, a little bit can actually be beneficial. It can help us 1. Prepare for challenges. Thinking about potential obstacles can lead to better planning. 2. Motivate change. Recognizing what's wrong can inspire us to take action and improve our situation. 3. Enhance problem solving. It can push us to analyze situations more critically and come up with creative solutions. So it's all about balance. A sprinkle of negativity can sometimes lead to positive outcomes. What do you think? Do you see any benefits in your own experiences?
Okay, so now explain me that how does anxiety relate to repetitive negative thoughts?
Anxiety and repetitive negative thoughts are like dance partners. They often go hand in hand. When we have anxiety, our minds can get stuck in a loop of worrying about worst case scenarios or past mistakes. This cycle can fuel more anxiety, creating a vicious cycle. It's like a hamster wheel that just keeps spinning. Breaking this cycle often involves mindfulness or cognitive behavioral techniques to challenge those negative thoughts. Have you ever felt caught in that loop? What do you do to help yourself when that happens?
Okay, now you have 30 seconds to explain me that what we will discuss in today's topic. Like you will have to give me a summary of today's topic, what we will discuss.
Sure. Today, we dove into the impact of negative thoughts on our behavior, health, and overall well being. We explored how these thoughts develop, their connection to anxiety, and even the surprising benefits of a little negativity. We also touched on strategies to shift our mindset and break those repetitive thought patterns. It's all about finding balance and harnessing positivity while being aware of the challenges. What do you think? Ready to dive deeper into any specific area?
Yeah, next time, inshallah. And thank you for explaining me today's topic very well. I really enjoyed this topic and learn from you about the power of thoughts that we will have to think positively. You will also explain me the benefits of negative thinking, but it's not good to. We have to like. We have to think positively in our life and we will take positive inshallah in our life and yeah, this is my summary that what I learned from today from you And yeah, so thank you so very much everyone for watching this interview, and thank you so much Annie for explaining me very well. I really just enjoyed this interview and really appreciate your energy. So thank you so much for being with me, and thanks to the audience who are watching this interview and who watched this interview after this live session. So thank you so very much for watching, and inshallah we will meet our next episode of Inspiring Minds with another guest. Take care of yourself, and Allah Hafiz.